Yeah, you go to Pork Bellies. I'll go in this way. You're going to meet Russell Rinker and Wes Day. You may not recognize them because they're a bit out of costume. Guys, thanks for coming in.
Morning.
They're members of the Blue Man Group, and we appreciate seeing you in your more natural state.
Yes, yeah, the human state.
We actually had one of our crew members, Andy, suggested that you guys should just give 10 minutes of makeup removal tips, because that would probably do more for our audience than anything else. How does one become a Blue Man? Where, I mean,
the audition
what's your background?
Well, I come from a theater background. I studied acting, and I also was a drummer in high school. I never marched, but a lot of us come from a wide range of different backgrounds.
Yeah, pretty much the same, acting and music my whole life, but we have you know, dancers, clowns, all types, drummers who've never acted, actors who have never drummed, so it's kind of a weird skill set, so we take all types.
But in that case, everyone contributes their, you know, their strengths, their talents, their
and everyone has rhythm. You gotta have rhythm. That's the main thing.
After that,
and you also have to be kind of a funny, you know, you have to be able to tell a story with your guys.
And it's become, I don't even know what to call it, more not a phenomenon. You guys have been around too long to be called a phenomenon. You were just you're iconic, and there's your ability to convey humor without uttering a word. Is all of that intentional, or is it when you're working out different aspects?
It's completely intentional. Yeah. We're trying to put on, I mean, we're trying to be kind of tongue-in-cheek. You know, a lot of people think about Blue Man Group and they think of the single-colored character, and they're like, I don't know, this could be a little artsy-fartsy, but we try not to take it too serious, and humor is a big, I think, surprising element that people don't really anticipate.
People always say, I didn't think, I knew about the music, I knew about the technology, but I didn't know the show was so funny. And that's one reason I personally have enjoyed doing it for so long, is because it's so much fun to do.
In the beginning, we likened ourselves to kind of like a modern day vaudeville, you know. We really were inspired, they were really inspired by the Marx Brothers. We'd come out, do a little funny bit, then we'd come out and play a little music bit, and so the humor is definitely a major element of the show.
But it also constantly evolves.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, Blue Man Group is an artistic collective, and much the same way that, you know, movie studios are constantly putting out new kinds of movies and everything. I mean, it's you know, we're doing new shows, new material to stay relevant. This tour in particular focuses a lot on a lot of our modern issues, you know, social media and the internet and texting and all kinds of stuff. We have a lot of new material in this show. For anyone that has seen the show before, we have a lot of new stuff in this show that kind of is talking about the issues that we face today, which makes it more relevant, you know, to the audience.
But you guys, you've done things in the past with toilet paper. You've done some incredible things with PVC piping.
Right.
Is the switch in culture sort of making you guys have more emphasis on technology, or is it just this time around?
I think one of the main things at Blue Man Group, one of the main themes is to inspire creativity. And earlier, you know, one of the main themes was information overload. And now I think that our personal devices have become overloaded in our attention span. We're so connected to our little PDAs that we don't stop and take time to look around and notice that the world around us is an awesome place.
Right.
And, you know, I think that now we're more thematical about releasing you from your little palm device, and you know, the device isn't creative. You're a creative person, and a lot of people, I think, get these apps and they think they can be creative with the app or with their new piece of technology. And it took creativity to make the technology.
Right, but not to use it.
That's right.
So you must, but then, all right, are we going to get ironic here in the fact that you must look out on the audience all the time and see people?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like, they're not watching Blue Man Group. They're recording it through the little screen instead of experiencing it.
Experiencing, and that's what the show, you know, strives to be, is more than a show, just a collective experience. And so we're trying to create that with the audience as kind of the fourth character. And they're very much a part of it. You know, our show is improv based. Obviously, we have a set outline of things, and we have set pieces and musical cues that happen on specific times, but how we get from point A to point B varies a lot on the audience, and that's one exciting thing about this tour. We do have, you know, you can see there a lot. That's kind of the some of the new elements of the show, and this tour in particular combines classic Blue Man bits with new stuff, and so we have old school, new school.
That's awesome. There's the information right there. Tickets available. So you say, well, I've seen Blue Man Group. you have, but you haven't, because it's never exactly going to be the same.
It's never the same, and this tour, has a lot of new stuff.
You could possibly even go on consecutive nights if you wanted.
Yeah,
please do.
One of the newest elements is that we have these 3 large iPhones drop down from the sky, and the Blue Men start, they hit the, we hit the book app, and we go through, reading a series of books, and then we hit an interactive app, that makes the Blue Men go around and play with the J-pad.
Oh, neat.
We call them J-pads because they're so ginormous.
Awesome.
They're huge.
Use your phone, your smartphone, your tablet, your computer to get the tickets, and then put them away once you're there and experience Blue Man Group. Guys, I know these are not performance hours. We appreciate you coming in.
Our pleasure.
We're going to put all the information on indiestyle.tv. Andy?
Hey, so we were just talking about the Blue Man Group. So I've seen it in Vegas. Let's see, Kim, you've seen it in Vegas, and Chef Greg
in Chicago.
In Chicago. So see, there, everybody's seen it. It's just a great show. All right, so speaking of some greatness, we're going to be doing candied pork bellies. If you've never had it, I've never had it. I know I like pork